Isaiah Thomas is the most impressive player in NBA history, not because he was the best, but because no one has ever done more with less. This isn't a talent argument, it's a context argument. Isaiah Thomas was 5'9" in the league built for length, size, and physical dominance. Every defensive scheme was designed to swallow players like him whole. Switches erased advantages, length closed windows, contact was unavoidable. And yet Thomas didn't just survive, he thrived. At his peak in Boston, he became an MVP level offensive engine, nearly 30 points a night, late game dominance, entire defenses tilted towards stopping him, knowing exactly what was coming, and it still didn't matter. He scored at the rim against giants. He lived in traffic. He finished through contact that would knock most guards off balance. The margin for error was microscopic. Bigger stars can afford mistakes. They can shoot over defenders. They can absorb contact and reset. Isaiah couldn't. Every drive required perfect angles. Every shot required elite touch. Every possession demanded precision. One wrong step, and the play was over. That kind of execution, night after night, is almost impossible. And then there's the mental side. Thomas didn't just carry a team offensively. He did it while enduring constant doubt about whether he even belonged in the league. Undrafted, overlooked, traded repeatedly, told he was too small at every stage. That chip never left his shoulder, and it fueled a level of competitiveness that showed up every fourth quarter. Then came the defining stretch, playing through injury, playing through personal tragedy, playing through pain that eventually shortened his career, and still delivering, still attacking, still closing games. There are stars who need perfect circumstances to dominate. Isaiah did it in chaos. That's why his run resonates. Plenty of players have been greater. Few have been braver. Very few have taken on that level of responsibility with that little physical advantage and still bent games to their will. It's also important to understand what he was asked to do. Isaiah wasn't a complimentary scorer. He wasn't hidden defensively. He wasn't insulated by other creators. He was the engine. Every possession ran through him. Every defensive adjustment was aimed at him. The entire offense lived or died on his ability to create something out of nothing. And for a stretch, he did it better than almost anyone in the league. When people talk about impressive, they often confuse it with dominant. Dominance usually comes from leverage, size, speed, strength, or system. What Isaiah did came from defiance. He beat the math of basketball. He succeeded in a sport that should not have allowed him to. That's what separates impressive from great. The league has seen 7-foot shooters, freak athletes, all-time passers. Those are rare. But a 5'9" guard becoming the best player on a conference finalist, that's unprecedented. And the reason his legacy still matters is because it redefined belief. Every undersized guard since then has proof that the ceiling isn't imaginary. It's just harder to reach. Isaiah Thomas didn't have the longest peak. He didn't have the healthiest career. But the question isn't what he sustained. It's what he achieved in the window he had. For that window, he stood toe-to-toe with giants and won. Greatness is about results. Impressiveness is about difficulty. No one in NBA history faced more structural disadvantage and still reached that height. That's why Isaiah Thomas isn't just a great story. He's the most impressive player the league has ever seen,